Drink 8 glasses of water. Don't crack your knuckles. Sound familiar? We've all had these rules drilled into us our whole lives. But what if I told you they're completely wrong? Today, we're going to separate some long-held health fiction from actual scientific fact. Let's dive in. You've heard this a million times, right? The magic number for hydration? 8 glasses of water a day. But seriously, where did that rule even come from? Is there any real science backing it up? The classic warning from every parent and teacher ever. That super satisfying pop, it just has to be doing some kind of damage, right? Or is it totally harmless? Okay, this one seems like a no-brainer. Eat less, weigh less. So a lot of people try skipping dinner to drop a few pounds. But what if that whole strategy is actually backfiring? Spectacularly. Here's the thing. We are absolutely bombarded with health rules from every direction. So today, we're cutting right through all that noise. We're going to use real science to debunk some of the most persistent and honestly some of the most harmful myths you probably still believe. All right, first up, let's talk about those everyday health myths. You know the ones. These are the little rules that sneak into our daily routines, the things we just do without ever really stopping to ask, wait, why? So that famous 8 glasses rule, yeah, it turns out there's no magic number. Our hydration needs are constantly changing based on how active we are, the weather, even what we eat. And get this, a huge chunk of our water actually comes from food. Things like watermelon or cucumbers. The 8-glass rule just totally ignores that. The simple truth is your body already has a perfect built-in hydration sensor, your thirst. So instead of obsessively counting glasses, the best advice is way simpler. Just listen to your body. Okay, next up is a myth we have all been warned about. This idea that cracking your knuckles will give you arthritis is so common, but guess what? Scientific studies have found zero, and I mean zero, connection. That satisfying pop isn't your bones grinding into dust. It's just the sound of tiny nitrogen gas bubbles popping in your joint fluid. That's it. And if you want the perfect real-world test, check this out. One doctor spent 60 years, that's 60, cracking the knuckles on only his left hand. After 6 whole decades of this personal experiment, the result was crystal clear. No arthritis in either hand. How cool is that? So there you have it. Is it kinda annoying to the people around you? Yes, for sure. Is it dangerous? Nope, not at all. All right, let's head on over to the kitchen because the world of diet advice is just absolutely packed with myths. It's time to clear a few of those up. For decades, fat was public enemy number 1, right? We were all told to eat low-fat everything. But now, science is showing us that healthy fats, from stuff like avocados, nuts, and olive oil, are actually essential for our hormones and can even help with weight management. The real culprits behind weight gain, all that excess sugar and those processed carbs. It's a simple sentence, but it completely flips our whole understanding of diet. Fat didn't make you fat. Sugar did. It was never about the fat in the first place. Okay, next up, the multi-billion-dollar detox industry. They promise they can cleanse your body with these special teas and juices. But guess what? You already have the world's most sophisticated detox system working for you 24/7. It's called your liver and your kidneys. These products, they're often just full of laxatives, and they mostly just dehydrate you and drain your bank account. I mean, just think about it for a second. If a simple drink could magically cleanse your entire body, don't you think it would be a cornerstone of modern medicine? Doctors would be prescribing it all the time, but they're not. Okay, let's hit the gym. Misinformation in the fitness world can not only stall your progress, but it can also be super discouraging. Okay, one of the biggest myths keeping women from lifting weights is this fear of getting bulky. But the simple biology tells a completely different story. Women just have a tiny fraction of the testosterone that men do, and that hormone is what drives massive muscle growth. Without it, getting bulky is biologically, next to impossible for most women. So for women, weight training doesn't lead to a bulky physique. It leads to a strong, toned body and denser, healthier bones. And that's an empowering truth we should all get behind. We spend about a third of our entire lives doing it, but sleep is still one of the most misunderstood parts of our health. We've all done this, burned the midnight oil all week, promising ourselves we'll catch up on the weekend. The problem is, your body just doesn't work that way. chronic sleep loss creates this sleep debt that you can never fully repay. And it's directly linked to really serious long-term problems like heart disease, obesity, and major mental health issues. This is really the perfect way to think about it. You can't treat sleep like a bank account, right? You can't just make withdrawals all week and expect one big deposit on Saturday to fix everything. Once that sleep is gone, it's gone for good. And finally, let's tackle some of the broader myths related to medicine and wellness, the ones that can have genuinely serious consequences if we keep believing them. This quote really gets to the heart of the whole matter. From hydration to fitness, we've seen how blindly following common knowledge can be a huge mistake. Real health isn't about just following a bunch of rules. It's about understanding the why behind them and being willing to question what you've always been told. So, I'm going to leave you with this question. The goal today wasn't just to bust a few myths. It was to help you build a new mindset, one that moves from just passively believing things to actively being curious about your own health. So, what long-held health rule are you going to question next?